Hey everyone, Eric here. So it's a little bit later, that's why I got the lights on, but I'm trying to do my best to stay a little closer to when I'm making the updates to the small stacks account. So that is why we are currently hanging out, even though it's a little bit later than usual. So let's jump over the screen and take a look at what we did. Now, if you'll notice, I currently have no covered strangles or cash secured puts out. We're empty on that as of right now. So today I took down the XLE 29 puts and I paid 58 cents. It was a little bit lower than what I wanted, but realistically it was pretty close to 20% capture, and the trade was on for a little bit longer than I was anticipating. So the reason why I wanted to take this down is as I was seeing the market kind of moving around today, I said it before, I really would prefer not to be an XLE long term. So I kind of, took the few bucks I could get out of it and went on my way. Typically, I would have left this on a little bit longer, but like I said, when I saw about 20% capture in a week or so, 10 days ish, well, 8 days, I didn't want to leave it on for the rest of the duration. So that is why that is down. So right now, nothing on the cash secured put front, hunting, especially with the market coming down a little bit towards the end of the day today. So we'll see if any opportunity comes up. Of note, I did make an adjustment to Kroger, and then I also established a diagonal in Ford. Now, I want to be clear, when I look at Ford, I'm not too excited about it. This is kind of like the XLE trade. The company itself, I think, is doing fine. But this isn't something that I'm like, yes, this thing's going to be just the next thing that blows up. I don't really feel that way whatsoever, but it's providing a really good return. So that's why I ventured into Ford. So what I'm looking at here is I'll pop back over to the screen and we can take a look at Ford. That's this one. Yeah. So what we're looking at is on the 30th of September, I jumped in the 21 Jan 22 four calls. I got three of them and I paid $3.02. It was for 88 Delta, which is really good. Nice and liquid on the leaps, which I love to see. And I sent out two of the 30 October 7 calls, collecting 36 cents, which was a delta of 53. And that's bringing in $72 or about an 8% return on invested capital. It's a great return. So that's really what brought me to this trade. When I was looking through the financials for it, I really like the overall return on capital for the trade. It's strong. And then I also, if you notice, it's an uncovered diagonal. So if it continues above 7, then we can continue cruising along from there. And the current price isn't $3.55. The current price for Ford is $6.98. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm specifically structuring this trade so that there's a very high probability that it's going to close above my strike, and I'll take the trade down essentially for a profit. And that's the name of the game here. Right now, both the leap and the short call are looking good. The leaps are trading right now for 355, so there is a bit of a unrealized gain there, and the um, the short calls are about same, not much of a change there. So that is what we're looking at in Ford. Next up is Kroger. Not anything crazy in here, pretty simple adjustment. What I ended up doing is adding another short call just because it's exactly what I was talking about before. Sometimes I like to add these short calls when I see premium really skyrocket. So that's what I did here. So in this scenario, it started as an uncovered diagonal. I had two long calls, one short call. And then when I saw premiums start floating above $1.25 for that 35.50 six no call, that's when I decided I wanted to add another. So now we're at a 1-to-1 ratio, which is still a no upside risk in this trade, but I have $185 of credit out, which I'm very happy with. So we'll keep rolling this diagonal around as needed and see what it turns out to be. But so far, the Kroger diagonal is essentially doing exactly what I would hope for it to do. Okay, so looking at the entire portfolio right now, quick wrap up. Overall capital in the account is 5682, and we're utilizing just under 2300 bucks. So we're only using 40% of the account. We have plenty of cash to deploy when we see some opportunity. So, like I said, I'm going to continue looking for things that look interesting, hopefully for a cash secured put, but I'm not going to force it if I don't see anything. As always, the biggest pain in the ass here is finding something I can cash secure that fits the size of the account. It's just the name of the game when you're working with such a small account. It's very difficult to trade the products that I like to trade in this account. So that's why we're starting to see me trading more diagonals, just because they're more cost efficient for getting the account moving forward. There's also a chance that I'll start throwing in a couple long calls. I like to do that in things like VXX when I see the market capitulating a little bit. So if I start seeing volatility or getting the sense that volatility is going to start moving up or continue to move up, there's a good chance I'll add some long VXX calls. I typically don't like buying out of the money calls, but again, in this scenario, I will be relegated to some sort of that trade. But ideally, I will find a cash secured put that I like to use up, $20 or less. So about $2,000 to cash secured is what we're looking at. Overall return for the portfolio since starting on 1 September is 12%. I am so happy with that. I think that is a great return for an account this size, even for an annual return. So overall, I'm really, really happy with that. The vast majority of return is coming from the diagonal, as I was talking about, just more efficient. And as we're looking forward, I currently have $124 in credit outstanding. So that represents just shy of a 2.2% return on the account. So in general, we're looking good. The account is moving along as expected, actually a little better than expected. We haven't really had to work through anything honestly yet. So plenty of room to continue developing the account. If you guys see anything that looks interesting for cash secured put, let me know. I'm on the hunt right now. And when I do find something, obviously, I'll throw it on and then I'll send out another update. So, as always, if you have any questions on what I'm doing, why I'm doing, drop me a line, let me know. The whole point of this account is to have a dialogue. I'm straight up not doing this for me. I don't really get anything out of it. It's challenging and it's fun, so there's that. But I would rather investing to just be very boring, like it is in my margin account. So, let me know what I can do to make this a better experience for you guys, or if there's anything that you have want to talk through, let me know, because again, that's the whole point of all this. All right, so I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their week, and I will talk to everyone later.